Over $500 million in local taxes is brought into the state every year, and a majority of that is during the fall season when the weather is perfect for outdoor activities, putting West Virginia at the top of the rock. The National Retail Federation expects holiday sales to increase by up to 4% between October and December, up $682 billion from last year, enough presents for every U.S. citizen. The road project started in early September after the City Council approved $500,000 to install 2 retaining walls. And on top of the ground damages, at least 5 homes along Forest Avenue behind me have been damaged, causing residents to evacuate their homes. The American Chemistry Council estimated a $36 billion investment would bring over 100,000 jobs to West Virginia, with 70,000 directly in the investment and about 30,000 to help supply it. However, with an $84 billion deal, this would double the amount of jobs in West Virginia. If the road bond passes after the October 7th vote, the Van Voorhis Road project would receive nearly $11 million to finish the road, which includes replacing these pipelines with the old ones. Another road is in need of repair here in Morgantown, and it's not a cheap fix. I'm Patrick Clarke, and coming up next, I'll tell you how this issue has caused residents to evacuate their homes. On roadways that are in need of repair, just like this one, that could soon change, with nearly $1.5 billion being granted to the state of West Virginia. I'm Patrick Clarke, and coming up next on WVO News, I'll have the story. Halloween is just around the corner, but Christmas decorations are already on the shelves. I'm Patrick Clarke, and coming up next on WVO News, I'll tell you what's in store this holiday season. Our Emmy Award-winning WVO News starts now. That's right, Kendall. It's part of a $250 billion deal between China and the U.S., and for residents, it means thousands of new jobs. I went out to learn what else this deal might bring to the Mountain State.
And thank you for that.
China Energy Investment Corporation, the world's largest power company, has signed an agreement to invest $83.7 billion in shale gas, power, and chemical projects in West Virginia. But what does this mean for the state's economy?
They are going to invest money in 3 different sectors of the economy. One would be the creation of the natural gas storage hub for natural gas liquids. The second one would be the investing in gas-fired power plants, at least 2 of those, and the third would be investing in the petrochemical industry.
The gas and power agreement marks the first overseas investment for newly founded China Energy and comes with many positive effects in the state.
I think anything to stimulate the economy is good. I certainly would hope they would put the right restrictions on it to where it wouldn't destroy the environment. With it being an outside entity, you know, China, they might not be so careful with the environment as, you know, someone who lives here would be.
The American Chemistry Council estimated a $36 billion investment would bring over 100,000 jobs to West Virginia, with 70,000 directly in the investment and about 30,000 to help supply it. However, with an $84 billion deal, this would double the amount of jobs in West Virginia. The investment would extend over a 20-year period, covering projects for power generation to chemical manufacturing and the underground storage of natural gas. Not only will West Virginia profit from this deal, but the Appalachian region will see many benefits as well. There's no word on when construction will start. That's right, Kendall. Nationwide retailers are expecting an increase of about 4% in holiday retail sales, or around $30 billion. I stopped by a popular shopping destination to find out more. Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas, 3 major holidays that bring in mass amounts of money to our economy. From creating jobs to higher wages for workers, these are a few of the many factors that contribute to the strong holiday retail industry.
Christmas has always been one of the bigger holidays for retailers. I mean, they get a large majority of their sales from, you know, Christmas holiday sales.
Despite Halloween at the end of this month, many people are getting a head start on their annual Christmas shopping.
Well, it's kind of hard to believe that Christmas is around the corner, but I put up 5 trees. So I'm always looking for something unique, and they have different things.
The National Retail Federation expects holiday sales to increase by up to 4% between October and December, up $682 billion from last year, enough presents for every U.S. citizen. Since 2002, holiday sales have continuously increased, except for in 2008. However, with one bad year, retail has been on the rise. From over $500 billion to nearly $700 billion, the retail industry remains on the top shelf. If you you drive through Morgantown, you know that many roads are in need of repair. And now that the Roads to Prosperity bond is passed, there are 8 major projects that are on the fast track to getting fixed. But for some residents, the repairs can't be done fast enough. Forest Avenue has faced many difficulties in the past few months. The road cracked and eventually the hills started to crumble. Although the city of Morgantown is putting forth efforts to restore the road back to where it was, one landlord is thousands of dollars in debt because of the project.
Gross revenues are approximately in the mid 18,000 some odd dollars a month, which has been quite a hardship for us as business people who have invested in the local community.
But despite the recent efforts to repair the road, the construction has left some residents stuck in the mud.
It's affected me by just waking me up super early. Usually start coming at like 5:30, 6 o'clock. Parking's an issue right there. Usually, sometimes they take up the space there. They're always parked here.
The road project started in early September after the city council approved $500,000 to install 2 retaining walls. And on top of the ground damages, at least 5 homes along Forest Avenue behind me have been damaged, causing residents to evacuate their homes.
They're going to be doing their infrastructure work over the next couple months, but that takes us clear into January, February. So basically my rental season, I'm not going to have an opportunity to be able to rent this. And they're not going to be doing the paving until June, July of next year.
The walls are expected to be finished by mid-November, and the water and gas line replacements, as well as paving the road, is said to be finished by early 2018. You just got arrested or pulled over. Now what? Knowing your rights can mean the difference between walking away or finding yourself in a difficult situation. I'm Patrick Clarke. Feeling safe in your own community is important, but what about the safety of children in car seats? Motor vehicle crashes are the leading cause of death and injury for all children. Studies show that the correct use of car and booster seats can reduce the risk of death by up to 71% and serious injury by up to 67% in a crash. Megan Guerra joins us now from Studio B at the Media Innovation Center to tell us more. Megan? College athletes only have 4 years to make their mark, but for members of the band, there's no official cap on playing time. Cold hard cash can be difficult to fake, but when forged notes find their way into the system, businesses suffer loss and the economy suffers from inflation. Absolutely, Kendall. And coming up after the break, we share how one woman sees her years with the Mountaineer Band as a priceless investment. Thanks, Noel. While most residents consistently support roads and highway improvements, this next issue has only recently gained favor in our local government. And coming up after the break, sports reporter Elizabeth Haynes explains how WVU Sports has adopted a new policy. Thanks, Isaac. It's great to see our community pulling together to help those victims of Hurricane Harvey. Well, that's going to do it for this week's edition of WVU News. You can visit us online on our website. You can also watch our shows on YouTube, and please follow us and our reporters on Twitter. I'm Patrick Clarke.